Welcome back, guys. It is early as hell, and I am here to react to the absolute banger that was UFC Perth, JDM versus Carlos Prates. Posted my reactions yesterday, so I'm going to go through the fights I reacted or I predicted as much as I want to. I don't have the best memory, and I was still trying to wake up. Good submission here. It looked like he was about to escape it, and then he just manages to pull the heel hook. I think it was a heel hook I think it might have been a knee crank, actually, based on the angle. I think it might have been a knee crank. So, good fight there. This was a good little scrap. I don't remember a whole lot. It was a good striking matchup. I don't remember a whole lot about this matchup, though. This one, I remember it being pretty boring up until the finish. A lot of grappling. Wes Schultz pulled guard at some point, and I thought that was absolutely fucking wild to see somebody pull guard. Manages to get the sub. Honestly, I didn't even remember that. I can't even tell you what he subbed him with. Still trying to wake up at that point. Colby Slickness Thickness with a very solid win over Vince Morales. Some solid strike. Colby just looked weird. I feel like he just looked real weird out there. Just couldn't. I don't even know how to describe it. I remember watching that thing, and he looked very. Some of the strikes he was throwing, it didn't even like the angles and the. I think that's somebody that he needs to really work on his striking, and he can be pretty decent. But anyway, let's get started where I actually predicted. And we start off with my first ever pick being correct, and pretty much almost exactly like I said. Not exactly. My buddy thought he was going to chin him, and like I thought, he couldn't even put out Terrence Finley when he had, I think it was ruptured, he tore his Achilles and maybe like an MCL or something. He couldn't even put him away. I don't even know what it is. I like Malcolm, but he just has zero kill instinct. I've never seen anybody with zero drive to finish a fight. When I think he could have finished the last fight. He definitely could have finished him if he just pressured him a bit, but it seems he's absolutely fine coasting his way to a, boring, unanimous decision, and that's pretty much exactly what I thought was going to happen. And, it wasn't the best fight. I was pretty bored, not going to lie. What can I say? I just know what I'm talking about. Junior Tafa going out there, absolutely just knocking the shit out of this tall, lanky, once again, like I thought, couldn't really strike. Threw some good leg kicks. He threw a leg kick early on that looks like it affected Tafa, but it got to a point where every time Kevin Christian tried to throw a leg kick, Tafa was just throwing right overhand, and at that, once he threw the second one, I knew it was about to be over. And yeah, hits him with a few good ones, gets to the ground, or Christian shoots a panic takedown after he's get hit and just gets bowled over and just gets put out with elbows. I mean, just lights out. Junior Tafa somehow manages to keep his job in the UFC. Good fight. I think I was completely right about this guy. Somebody that's going to be a boring grappler that has no striking, so I think he's probably going to have to get his shit together. I don't think they'll cut him. I mean, hell, they might. I don't know how they do shit like that. But I'll assume he'll get at least one more fight, and he's going to have to do. Because like I said, the leg kicks looked good, but other than that, I mean, he just kind of got. He just got KO'd. Exactly like I said, clip farmed. Cam Ronston versus Robert. This fight was pretty good. I like this one a lot. I didn't think there was going to be as much grappling as there was every time. I thought this was going to be a lot more stand-up, but I didn't remember it being that bad. I think Cam won from what I remember. I'm not going to pretend I remember exactly the best round-by-round fight of that. But let's get to this absolute terrorist event that was upheld at the start of the main card. I woke up for 3 a.m. for this shit. Cut them both. Cut them both now. Tuivasa, I thought, was going to have some level of urgency, and maybe at the start it seemed like he did. I don't even know what to say. Just exactly like I said, he just can't do anything. He's just too fucking fat. And you know what? So is this guy. I don't even know. At the end, this guy in his Octagon interview said, "I love to fight." No, you don't. You love to have gay sex in the Octagon because all he did was lay there. I've never seen somebody in heavyweight other than Jailton Almeida have just no urgency. Like, obviously, you see this man, you know he's not submitting anybody. Has nobody taught him what ground and pound is? You have this big of a frame and you don't know how to get your arms and elbows up to land some decent ground and pound? And this fat motherfucker just couldn't give up. In the last round, I don't even remember how much time was that. Maybe 20-something seconds. Tuivasa's on. He's got him down. Is landing ground and pound. This motherfucker goes for a wrestling roll. Like a Grammy roll. And you can see it 8 business days ahead. You can see him lower his shoulder, ready to go for it. And I'm sitting there thinking, Ty. Because the whole time, Ty was sitting there getting taken down by things you could see a mile away. And you seen it. And I'm like, Ty, don't get. And he just gets rolled over with ease. Cut them both. They're fucking awful. That was literally maybe the worst fight I've ever seen. One of, if definitely not the worst fight. I don't ever want to see these fat motherfuckers in the UFC ever again. He obviously 6 now, fight losing streak, and I don't care that he won. That's just unacceptable. Gonna say you love to fight and then just hump people. I do not approve. Now, well, once again, back to what I said. Round 2 KO, Brando Pereira. God, this was a good fight. Jesus, these two were fucking slugging. And I gotta say, I love the Blah. I'm so sorry. He looked so heartbroken after he lost, and I felt it because I do love him. And I still think he's good, but pretty much exactly what I think is Brando is just a little too fast, and also he's got a better chin than I think we all, or maybe than we thought, because they both were eating shots multiple times. Shamil looked rocked, Brando looked rocked. At some weird point, I don't remember what. I think this was maybe in the first round still. Shamil's rocked, grabs a body lock, and Brando just lets him slowly walk back. Like, they just slowly walk back to the cage. I still don't know what. I thought he might have was going to go through a throw, and then he just didn't. But either way, lands just absolute fucking shots. The whole fucking fight just fucking Jesus. These are my favorite kind of fights. Two fucking heavy motherfuckers throwing their giant clubbing fist at each other and not really caring whether they stay awake or not. Great fight for both of them. Sad to see the Blob take the L, but hey, we at least got something in the heavyweight division coming up. I don't know if he'll really be that much because, once you get to people that aren't just going to not move their head like the Blob was. That was another problem. Like I said, I didn't think the Blob was going to move his head that much, and he didn't really. He was getting caught a lot, and, once you get higher up, you're going to have to actually have more accuracy than just clubbing. But, great win for Brando Pereira, and fucking just banger fight and all. Like I said, hey, flipped a coin for this one. Went Ollie Schmid based on the coin, but hey, I didn't know this guy. All I can say is I might pay attention to him now. This fight was, I feel like it was a weird, Ollie Schmid kept throwing some really weird fucking kicks, like, not even like kicks that weird as in I'm like they don't even have the chance to have power behind them. You know what I mean? Like the angles he's throwing them at, even if he lands them, they're pretty much tapping you and just maybe keeping you at range. And I feel like that's kind of what got him caught is at some point I forgot exactly what happened, but he turned around, gets kind of clipped a little bit with a right and then hit with a mean left hook and just put down. At first I thought it might be an early, it looks like you wrestled the ref, so I couldn't tell. At first I thought it was an early stoppage, but then you see him wrestling the ref, and then you're like, oh, man, it might be a little more out than you thought. But Marvin Rahiki just absolutely, I thought he looked good, even though it wasn't 21 strikes in total ain't exactly a lot to look good off, but I thought he looked pretty good defensively and offensively. Nice left hook to put him down. Excited to see what he can do next. I mean, didn't really take any damage, so hopefully he can have a fast turnaround and I can see him fighting on something good soon too. This is where we get to another... Yeah, I was wrong. Tim Elliott went out there and at first, in the first round, I thought I was going to be... I thought the wild style was doing its thing. I thought Urseg was getting kind of, maybe not frustrated, but he was definitely still catching him. And I don't know, something about... This is why I hate to say it. Flyweight bugs me sometimes. These two were absolutely throwing. Both of them were landing. But it just feels like there's no power behind these. I mean, Steve was absolutely smacking him a bunch. Like, you could just see it. And, after, maybe it's Tim Elliott's chin is just that good. Maybe I don't know. But based on what I could see, the lack of power in this division sometimes just makes me so sad. Because I like seeing a bunch of punches thrown, but I also like seeing the guy, go unconscious. I know that sounds bad, but I'm a fucking caveman. I like to see men go out. Ooga booga. But... Steve looked great. I thought he looked real sharp. Just outstruck him great. Like I said, first round, I thought Elliott did real good in the first, I thought. Took him down twice. Didn't really keep him down for that long at all, but took him down. Showed that he, I thought like I said, I thought he might grapple him to a boring decision. But, he threw some good strikes the first round. I don't really remember anything, big specifically. Like I said, I don't really remember if there was a knockdown or anything in this fight. Oh, no, I can look. No, there was not. But, but then in the second round, Steve kind of, started getting his footing. You could tell. Also, I think it's probably halfway through round two. You could tell Tim Elliott was getting tired. I think... that wild style was working until it started to take a lot of his energy, and also Steve started to land a lot more on his shots. That also, by the end of the second round, I looked to my buddy and I knew he said he wasn't quite right. He said he had Urseg by round 3 TKO KO, but at the end of round 2, I could just see it in Elliott that he was pretty much gassed, and the only way he was winning is if Urseg pretty much let him catch him in some weird submission. But, no, Urseg looked good out there. Fucking puts him away. Good, solid, unanimous decision. Fucking, hey, I'm excited for what he does. I'm excited for what both them do next. That was a good fight. That was a real good fight for little men. Even if there wasn't really, like I said, let me see if there were knockdowns still in the second round, no. Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think there were any knockdowns, but... I mean, just a banger. You gotta love with the speed in that. They might not have the power, but the speed is also fucking fun as shit to watch these two just banging out like two little babies. No, I'm just kidding. They're men. Look at that. Look at that sternum. That's the sternum of a man. Let's just hold a moment of silence real fast. All right. That was absolutely amazing. And pretty much, I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, exactly what I said. Beneil looked great out there. Caught Quillen early off with I don't remember what it was, fucking coming off some and hits him with a little, either left uppercut or left something, but, puts Quillen down. Quillen manages to survive, find his way back up, and, Beneil even, tries to test his wrestling for a little bit. Fucking holds him on the cage, holds him down for a little bit, did he try to get it back? I feel like he might have tried to get his back, but I don't really remember. Yeah, but, and just like that, Quillen Salkeld breaks away from the body lock, and I think it was one shot. I say it's one shot, clearly he landed more than one shot, maybe it was ground and pound, but I feel like, from what I remember, up until the point before Beneil got put out, Quillen had landed maybe one punch. Maybe I'm just bad at memory. I could totally see that. I'm just letting you know now. My memory is that of a fucking goldfish. But, I mean, Beneil, like I said, not washed. Just can't get punched anymore. What do you do? I don't... I think he almost has to retire. Because, like, who do you even give him at this point? Anybody in the division that knows how to throw a punch and isn't... I mean, I guess he could, knock them out first. But, I mean, he just... I mean, he's going to die, bro. He's going to die. I mean, we watched him die. We just watched him die. Luckily, fucking... They might just be cloning him at this point. But... Yeah, I don't know where you go from here. If you're Steve Erceg, or not Steve Erceg, fucking Beneil Dariush. I thought this during the fight. Let me ask you if this is just me. Give Erceg a tan. Hold on. Give him a tan and age him 10 years. Tell me you don't get Beneil Dariush. Might just be me, but I think we have a massive similarity here. But Quillen just looks like a fucking killer, man. I mean, another just round one finish. I mean, what is that now? 2, 3? In the last... Fuck, I don't remember. I know Malarkey was a round one. I can't remember if the head kick was... I think it was a round one, I'm pretty sure. But, I mean, yeah, he's a killer. I did not remember... I don't remember who he called out. I wasn't exactly listening. I was not remember what I was focused on. But he's going to be a killer, man. I mean, I think he's going to be dangerous. I don't know who they're going to give him next. Trying to think who's in that division to give him who doesn't have... Obviously, Patty and BSD are scheduled. Chandler and Rufy. Man, I feel like a lot of people in that division are scheduled. We'll have to see who they give him next. But, I mean, I'm excited for Quillen, man. I mean, that kid's got something special. Especially in that mustache. Alrighty. What the fuck happened? I thought Prates was going to win, and I'm pretty sure... I don't remember if I said exactly second or third, or like... I know I said second or third, but I don't remember which one exactly, but I called TKO or KO by second or third, but I did not expect Prates to just absolutely aura farm the fuck out of him. I mean, that was possibly one of the most dominant performances I've watched that at least stick in my recency bias, because I watched it fucking an hour ago, probably. I'm not going to lie. Also, my memory's not good. But, I mean, throwing the knee, landed at least, I think we were counting, because every time he threw it, he landed it. I think it was 7 knees, just straight up the pipe and I got to say, JDM's chin, holy shit. He took a fucking beating and still managed to get to round 3. I mean, I thought he was pretty much done in round 1 almost. But round 1 was probably JDM's best round by far. Carlos hadn't quite found his... Carlos had his range the whole time. As soon as I watched him, the fight start, you can just see the distance that Jack had to fucking come into. 2 miles worth of fucking octagon to cover to come in on Carlos. And it's pretty much exactly like I said. He had just way too much ground to cover fighting somebody with a danger like Carlos Prates. And oh my god, them leg kicks, I did not expect them leg kicks to do nearly as much as they did. Fucking dirty. I mean, he was placing them perfect. If you could see, like, pretty much perfectly on the back of his knee here. And I mean, I felt him. And I was obviously sitting down being extremely lazy. So, I mean, just absolute masterclass by Carlos Prates. And that's why I fucking love Prates, man. If Islam wasn't champion, I would almost tell you he's beating anybody. But no, he doesn't beat Islam. Not a shot. He gets absolutely grappled to fuck by Islam. Submitted or ground and pound probably round 1 or 2. But, he mentioned we'll see after Islam and Gary, so I'll have to see where he goes from there. He's clearly thinking he deserves a title shot after that. And honestly, fuck it. I think he deserves it. Obviously, you have to have Ian versus Islam first, but I don't know what else you need to, give him a title shot. That's just to take care of Jack Della Mena like he just took care of Jack Della Mena. Who's I mean, just I mean, he's just such a good fighter, and yet Carlos just made him look like a fucking unranked bum. I mean, the knees, the elbows, Carlos just made it look easy. And I honestly was scared the moment we saw JDM walking in. That's going to sound bad. JDM just almost, when he was walking in, when they show that little pre-fight where they're like shadowboxing in the locker room, his walk-up, even in the ring, JDM looks scared. And I feel bad for saying that, but like, he seemed terrified. Just absolutely terrified of him. I would be too, to be honest, now that I think about it. When you're looking that man in the face and he's chain smoking a cigarette and drinking a beer, and then he just spinning elbows you, how are you not supposed to be terrified? But that was one of the best performances I've seen in a fucking minute. That was a banger by Carlos Prates. And I hope JDM's okay. He took an absolute beating. He'll probably be gone he was gone for a while after that Makhachev fight. And what was it, like 6 months? And he didn't even take no damage. He might be out for like a year after that. If Carlos is waiting for Ian versus Makhachev, it might also be a little bit. It could be up to like, hopefully not that long. Might only be like 6 months. No, because they still have to go through Hopefully Carlos isn't gone for the next like 8 to 12 months, 10 months also waiting for, Ian and them and then whatever. But all I can say is this motherfucker is just what I said, a murderer among men in my prediction video. And I called it exactly like I said. JDM had just too much ground to cover for the absolute monster that is CP. I hope you guys enjoyed that card as much as I did, and I hope you enjoy this video. I need to go to fucking sleep because I've been up since 2 in the morning, and I'm not even sure if I sound good in this video right now. Later.